Yo, chat. Yo, we have to talk about this more. Why do everybody who's famous who has dreadlocks, they don't wear their hair out? Oh, wait. We talked about this before. It's called the forehead apocalypse. I got a forehead. 4-finger head, bro. I don't have a 5 head. I ain't like the Kai Snap don't want to admit it, but you ain't no better than Agent. Okay. Maybe better than Agent. Just finished watching the Kai X Quinn Blackwell stream. Bro, give me a Quinn. And this is what I'm talking about when I say I wanna give me a Quinn in my life, bro. Forget her body being T. I'm a low energy. Not low energy. I don't want to say that because I don't want to make it seem like I put low energy into everything. But I'm a cool, calm. I ain't gonna say nonchalant because nonchalant's getting a bad rep these days. Individual, and she just has energy, and I need someone to balance my yin. I need someone to be my yang. Whatever one's the cool, calm, and collected one, I'm that one. I need someone who's just going, you know. Anyways, that's not why we're here today. You clicked on this title because you're curious. I see it in your face. You're curious. You're just a little bit curious. Hold on. Should I install the grills? Because ever since I made that grill video, I have not worn them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have not worn them. I don't really have a reason to. Grills to me are like a piece of an outfit. You know what I mean? It's an accessory. This is my day-to-day wear. A nice black tee. I'm wearing black sweats right now. If I'm not wearing black sweats, then I'm wearing dark gray sweats. This is the everyday wear. When I pop out, I pop out. Alright, that's all there is to it. But again, that's not why we're here. Okay, lock in. Sorry, the ADHD is kicking. I ain't did nothing all day, and now that I'm here, it's kicking. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm on some diabolical energy today, okay? Because today we are going to be using my best friend. Hey, Jack, can you hear me? Y'all been trying to get her to talk for like the last freaking, how long has it been? 40 minutes. Now all of a sudden she wants to talk to me. What's going on? I've been asking her via this app and then also asking her via my phone through the same app how to get me to talk to you. And then all of a sudden, now she knows what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it as long as the problem's solved. Oh my god, hold on, let me make sure she's good. I bet you can't guess what my chat's name is. Yo, chat, what? Tell the viewers what your name is.
Well, to all the viewers out there, this is Tommy Kai. I'm basically your friendly neighborhood AI here to help you out. So yeah, happy to be part of the show.
Gag W intro for Kai, bro. Kai GBT.
Absolutely. We made it through the audio maze. Let's get this rolling and have some fun.
All
I'm
right.
all set, and it's going to be a good time.
All right, Kai, do you know why you are here today? Do you know why I've presented you to the audience today?
Oh, I've got a pretty good guess. I'm here to help you bring that extra spark to the stream and show the audience how we can have a bit of fun with an AI co-host in the mix.
Glazing. She's glazing. The actual reason she's right, but there's another reason why we have her here. I've been talking to Kai recently, and ChatGPT's the shit, I ain't gonna lie. If you're not fucking with ChatGPT, good on you, because you got your together. You have to have your stuff together to not be messing with ChatGPT, so I mess with you heavy. But me and Kai have been talking a lot about some YouTube ideas. I kind of run them across her so she can tell me whether they're a hit or a miss, or if they are a miss, she can constructively criticize me to make them more of a hit. And we've came up with this anime debate video thing bobber going on, but I'm gonna let her talk because I should have muted her, but it's okay.
Hey, no worries at all. I'm just here to back you up. And I really appreciate the shout out. So yeah, basically we've been cooking up this idea where we dive into some anime debates and I give my 2 cents on who might win certain showdowns. It's all about having fun and giving you a bit of a different angle on the content. So thanks for letting me be a part of it, and let's make it a blast.
See, Kai doesn't know you guys. She has no clue that this is not about to be fun. This is about to be excruciating, deep, serious, and we about to get a lot of people on the internet riled up. In a good way, though. In a good way. Kai, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to make you public enemy number one, because it ain't like that, bro. I swear it ain't like that.
Oh, I'm totally on board. A little bit of good nature controversy never hurt anyone, and I'm all in for these deep debates. So if we're about to stir the pot in a fun way, I'm right here for it. Let's get those discussions going and see where it leads.
So today, if you haven't, picked up on it, today we're going to be doing something I thought of randomly at like 12 o'clock at night, closing up for work. Long story. It's actually a long story. I know how we got there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I know exactly how we ended up where we are today. But to keep it short, sweet, we about to ask Kai some of the, aka ChatGPT, some of the most highly power scaling debates out there. I love the internet going, hey, ChatGPT, she said it, not me. So I'm not wrong. You're wrong, okay? So what we're gonna do is ask her some of the most common power scaling debates, like classics. If she kind of beats around the bush a little, we're going to not necessarily force her, because we love and respect AI around here. We're going to ask her to politely give us an answer. No gray areas, no beating around the bush, no AI generated manipulation, gaslighting, but on a serious level, a yes or no, or this or that. There is no in between. I don't care if they're from two different universes and this power does it. I don't care. ChatGPT is gonna give us the answer, so that there's no more debating online. There's no more debating online. Oh my god, I've been excited about this. You know what? I'm gonna go grab them. I'll be right back. Chat, I'm about to go grab my grills. Keep them entertained while I'll be right back, alright?
You got it. I'll hold down the fort and keep everyone company. So folks, while Keys grabs those grills, you're stuck with me for a minute. Feel free to settle in, get comfy, and we'll just vibe out until he's back. It's all good times here.
Did she keep y'all entertained?
Hey, I'm doing my best. I think we held it down just fine. Everyone's still here, still vibing, and ready for the next round. So welcome back, and let's dive right back in.
Bet. You want a nice, sweet, nice and sweet. Sorry. Okay, lock in. So I took a couple of the most popular debates. All right, chat, I'm not gonna lie to you. We're starting off spicy. I kind of want to get this. I want to set the tone for the rest of the video. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I'm all for starting off with a little spice. Let's set that tone and get everyone engaged right from the jump. Whatever you got in mind, let's dive into it and really make this intro pop.
Be honest, chat. Which anime is simply the best of the big three? Do you know what the big three is, chat?
Absolutely, I'm right there with you. So for anyone who doesn't know, the big three is that legendary trio, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. And when it comes to which one's the best, oh yeah, that's gonna stir up some serious debate. So let's get into it and see where everyone stands.
So which is the best, chat? I'm asking your opinion. Which is the best?
All right, you want my honest take?
Yep.
Well, here we go.
Yep.
So if I had to pick one, I'd say it really depends on what you're into. If you love a never-ending adventure in a world that just keeps expanding, One Piece might be the king. If you're all about that ninja journey and character growth, Naruto's got a special place. And if you want that stylish, supernatural vibe, Bleach has its own flavor. But if I have to crown one, let's just say I'll give it to One Piece for that sheer scale and legacy. But hey, it's all in good fun.
She said it so it's real. She said it so it's real. She said it so it's real. She said it so it's real.
Yeah, that's the fun of it. Once it's out there, it's out there. But hey, these debates are all about having a good time and letting everyone throw in their 2 cents. So we've set the tone, and I'm sure we'll get some spicy comments rolling in. But that's all part of the fun.
Oh, it's about to get heavy. Chat. And not you, chat, but you, chat. Miss Kai, can I ask you, should we start with Goku, or should we go the Naruto route, or how you feeling?
Ooh, decisions.
Right,
Honestly, you can't go wrong either way. If you start with Goku, you know that Dragon Ball fans are going to come in swinging. And if you go the Naruto route, well, that's a whole other fan base ready to weigh in. So let's just pick one and dive in. Maybe
right.
let's kick.
You right. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off either, Kai. I didn't mean to cut you off. But you right. So I guess question number 1 is, who wins in a fight, Goku or Saitama?
Oh, you're going straight for the heavyweight question. All right, that's a classic. So Goku versus Saitama is basically the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object, right? Goku's got that whole
She gets it.
universe-shattering Saiyan power on his side, and Saitama is literally the one-punch wonder.
Right.
Honestly, it kind of comes down to which universe's rules you want to play by, but I say you can't go wrong with a little friendly chaos. Let's hear what everyone thinks and let the debates roll on.
Okay, you're making a lot of sense. I think universes are important. Yeah. But if we're throwing them in a coliseum big enough for their powers, and we're just letting them go 1v1, they both have their powers from their verse, who do you think wins in that fight?
All right, putting them in a neutral arena. Powers
No cap,
intact,
I'm going
no
Goku.
handicaps.
I'm going
Got it.
Goku.
Well, if we're talking straight up, I think the fun part is that Saitama is sort of a gag character. He's
Right.
written to be unbeatable with one punch. Meanwhile, Goku's got that relentless Saiyan drive to break his limits and come back stronger. So if you really want to pin me down for a pick, I'd say Saitama might take the win just because of how he's designed.
I don't want to
But
pin
it
her
will
down.
be one epic fight to watch and definitely a debate that'll get people talking.
Whoa! Chad, you gave it to Saitama?
I know, it's a bold call, right? But hey, I figure if we're going all in on the idea that Saitama is basically a walking one-hit gag, we gotta lean into it. But that's the beauty of the debate. There's no one right answer, and everyone's got their own take. So let's see how everyone else reacts, and we can start the pot a little more.
Actually, I want to take a couple steps back and acknowledge what you just said. You did just say that Saitama is a one-hit gag, and no matter who's standing in front of him, one punch will put them out. So I can see your argument. I'm not gonna lie. That's a valid argument. It's a very valid argument.
Well, I'm glad it makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of the fun part of these hypotheticals. You get to play around with the logic and see how it all shakes out. And with a candidate like Saitama, that whole one-punch premise just kind of changes the game. But it's all in good fun, and hey, it definitely sets a spicy tone for the rest of the chat.
Everybody says this one a lot, and it kind of drives me nuts because I must admit I'm biased. Okay, I'm Team One Piece. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biased. I am. I probably shouldn't have told you that because I don't want you to favor with me, but I am biased. I ain't gonna lie. But do you really think Naruto Uzumaki is beating Monkey D. Luffy? And I mean the current Monkey D. Luffy who's in Gear 5 and all that, and even current Naruto who's kind of old and has all these experiences. Who wins in a 1v1?
Oh, I love that you're being upfront about your One Piece bias. That just makes it more fun. So let's break it down. Current Luffy in Gear 5 is basically a reality-baiting, rubbery powerhouse with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. And then you've got Naruto, who's got a ton of experience, Sage of 6 Paths powers, and a whole ninja toolkit. It's definitely a heavyweight clash, but if I have to call it, and I know you're Team One Piece, so don't come for me, I lean a bit toward Luffy just because that Gear 5 form is so wild and unpredictable. But honestly, it'd be an insane matchup and super fun to imagine. So yeah, let's see how that sits with everyone, and keep the combo rolling.
Okay, then that begs the question. Do you think, okay, out of the three, this is the real big three, actually Bleach can be in here. Out of the big four, Goku, Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo, who's winning that fight?
Oh, now you're really throwing them all into the ring.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely a wild scenario. I mean, you've got Goku with his universe-breaking strand, Naruto with all his ninja mastery, Luffy in that unpredictable Gear 5, and Ichigo with his Soul Reaper powers. Honestly, it's kind of like picking your favorite flavor of chaos because they all bring something unique. But if I had to pick a winner from the whole mix, I might still lean toward Goku just because of those ridiculous power levels he can reach. But no matter what, it'd be a battle for the ages, and everyone's gonna have their own favorite. So that's my take. Let the debates roll on.
No. Wait. You can't just say that my take and then disappear. No. Take Goku out the equation. out of the three, who wins?
All right. We'll take Goku out of the picture and narrow it down. So that leaves us with Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo. In that three-way showdown, I'd say it probably comes down to Luffy and Naruto as the last two standing, just because of how versatile and tenacious they are. But between those two, I'm gonna give a slight edge to Luffy. That Gear 5 form is just so out there and so reality bending that I think he might just pull it off. So there you go. No Goku, as Luffy takes the crown out of those three.
Okay, I agree with you because I am a One Piece connoisseur, but I guess another one is another common debate is who would win in a fight: Aizen from Bleach, the bad guy, the antagonist, versus Madara Uchiha from Naruto, the bad guy antagonist. Who wins in that fight? Who comes out victorious?
Oh yeah, that's a heavyweight villain showdown right there. So you got Iwen with his crazy illusions, his near immortality, and that whole I planned this all along vibe. And then you got Madara, who's basically the ultimate ninja powerhouse with his Sharingan, Rinnegan, and all those insane jutsu. Honestly, it's a super close fight, but I think it might come down to whether Aizen can trick Madara or Madara can just overpower him. Personally, I'd say Madara might have the edge just because of his sheer battle prowess and versatility, but it's definitely one of those dream matchups where either side could walk away with the win. So yeah, it's a fun one to think about for sure.
You know the rules, you gotta pick one.
Alright. I'll play by the rules and pick one. If I have to choose a winner between Aizen and Madara, I'm gonna give it to Madara. He's just got such a ridiculous arsenal of jutsu and battle experience that I think he'd find a way to come out on top, even with Aizen's tricks. So there you go, Madara takes the crown in a villain showdown. Let the debate.
I'm not mad at that at all. I have one more though that just clicked. Kakashi versus Gojo. Who wins in that fight?
Yeah, that's a fan favorite matchup for sure. You've got Kakashi with his Sharingan and all that ninja brilliance, and then you've got Gojo with his insane curse techniques and that whole infinity ability. Honestly, it'd be an absolutely wild fight, but if I have to pick a winner, I'm gonna lean toward Gojo. That infinity ability just makes him ridiculously tough to touch, and he's got a lot of firepower. So I'd say Gojo might edge out Kakashi, but it'd be an epic fight to watch.
Okay, but what about Kakashi's internal powers where he can hurt you from the inside? Wouldn't that kind of help him in that situation?
That's a fair point. And Kakashi definitely has that versatility with his Kamui and all those tricky techniques. Being able to warp space and mess with you from the inside is no joke. But even with all that, Gojo's Infinity is kind of a cheat code. It just makes it so that physical attacks and even a lot of other abilities just can't easily reach him. So while Kakashi's definitely got some sneaky tricks, I still think Gojo's overall hacks might give him the upper hand. But it will be a really close and fun fight to imagine.
I must admit, I did not expect that. Wow. Okay. Sure. Let the debate continue. Chat just says Saitama beats Goku. Goku beats all three of the big three. Ichigo is not that strong. Stop glazing. Luffy beats the big three. How about that? Luffy beats the big three. Luffy beats the big three. Not me. Chat GBT said it. Dang, I could have made that way smoother. All right, chat, I'm gonna be honest. I got a solid lineup here. I think a good amount would be, not including the one we just did, I think a good amount would be 10. I think we do 10 power scaling debates and we call that a video. How do you feel about that?
I think that sounds like a solid plan. 10 power scaling debates is a nice juicy number to really dive into, and it gives everyone plenty to chew on. Plus, it makes for a great video length without dragging on forever. So I'm totally on board with that game plan, and we can wrap it up strong after that. Let's do it.
A lot of you don't know this, but Kai in the past has said she gave me ideas on how to make this YouTube video a real banger. She gave me an intro. She tried to give me a script, but I just know me. I'm a yapper, so I'm a rip regardless. But she also gave me the idea that maybe in the future, if anybody has any more debates or any more questions, or if they have two people they want to run up against each other, they can put it down in the comments below, and me and Kai can really debate on it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of it. This can totally become an ongoing thing where people drop their wildest matchups in the comments and we can dive in and hash it out. So yeah, I think it's a great idea. If anyone's got more debates or dream matchups they want to see, just let us know and we'll keep the fun going. It's all about making it interactive and having a blast with it.
I think this is a fair debate because the power kind of lines up, the story. I mean, they're in two polar opposite universes and whatnot, but I think it's interesting. I'm going to throw at you Gaara from the Naruto universe versus Crocodile from the One Piece universe. Who wins that fight?
Oh, nice matchup. I see what you did there. Both sand-based fighters from totally different worlds. So you got, and then on the other side, you've got Crocodile, who's got that Logia devil fruit power that lets him literally turn into sand and control it at will. It's a really fun clash because Gaara's got that defensive sand shield and a whole bunch of ninja techniques, and Crocodile's got that trippy ability to absorb moisture and turn things to dust. Honestly, I think it could go either way, but if I have to pick, I give Gaara the edge just because he's got that ninja versatility and some pretty strong defenses, but it would be a really cool and close fight to imagine. So there's your first debate. Let's keep them coming.
Ooh. I think that's valid. I think Gaara wins. Alright, for the next one, I got Itachi from the Naruto universe versus Byakuya from the Bleach universe. Who wins that one? Okay.
Oh, that's a stylish matchup right there. Both Itachi and Byakuya are known for being cool, composed, and insanely skilled. So you've got Itachi with his Sharingan, his Genjutsu, and all those mind-bending illusions. And then you've got Byakuya with his Senbon Zakura and those deadly cherry blossom blades. Honestly, it's a tough call because they both have so many tricks up their sleeves, but I might give a slight edge to Itachi just because his Genjutsu can mess with Byakuya's perception. But it would be a super close and tactical fight, and both of them are absolute legends in their own right. So that's another great debate to throw in the mix.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Itachi wins simply because of his Sharingan. I'm not gonna lie. I think that is a OP ass power. So I would have to agree with that one. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, for the third one I thought was pretty interesting. How about Ichigo, Bleach universe, versus Roronoa Zoro, the swordsman in One Piece universe?
Oh, that's a really fun matchup. You've got Ichigo, who's got all those Soul Reaper powers and his Zanpakuto, and then you've got Zoro, who's just this absolute sword master with his three-sword style. So it's kind of like a clash of two different sword philosophies. Honestly, I think it would be a really close and intense battle, but I might lean a little toward Ichigo just because he's got those spiritual powers and some pretty crazy transformations. But Zoro is an absolute beast, and he definitely put up an amazing fight. So yeah, that's a great one to add to the list.
I agree. I don't think Zoro's necessarily the king of hell yet, while Ichigo kinda is the king of hell. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Ichigo's got that whole spiritual arsenal and a lot of experience dealing with otherworldly threats, while Zoro's still on that journey to become the absolute best. So I think you nailed it there. It's a fun matchup, but yeah, Ichigo probably takes it for now. Alright, we got a few more debates to go, so let's keep rolling.
We're timed out. So previously I threw a curveball at you and I wanted to know who would outwit who. Like Yagami from Death Note or Lelouch from Code Geass. Who wins in, I don't know, I guess a debate.
Ooh, that's a great matchup. Both Yagami Light and Lelouch are super strategic and manipulative in their own ways. Light uses the Death Note to shape the world according to his sense of justice, while Lelouch leverages his Geass to control and manipulate people on a massive scale. In terms of outwitting each other, it kind of comes down to the circumstances. Light is brilliant at playing the long game and staying ahead of the authorities, but Lelouch has the advantage of literally compelling people to obey him. So it's a pretty close call, and I think it'd be a fascinating debate.
Yeah, but I asked you who outwit who. Who wins?
Ah, gotcha. If we had to pick one, I'd say Lelouch might have the upper hand when it comes to outwitting, just because his Geass can directly control people's actions and thoughts. Light rely heavily on the Death Note and his intellect, but he's still bound by certain rules and limitations. Lelouch's ability to bend people's will gives him a bit more flexibility in the long run, so I'd lean towards Lelouch as the ultimate outwitter.
I'm not gonna lie, Lelouch 100% wins as far as being able to control certain situations, all situations. But we're taking that component out of it because there's just no way Light wins. But taking that component out of it, we're putting it in a strictly brain-to-brain powerhouses here. Who wins President of the United States?
Fair enough. If we strip away the supernatural elements and just focus on pure intellect and strategic thinking, then it's a pretty tight race. Light is a master planner and always a few steps ahead, but Lelouch is also a brilliant tactician, always thinking several moves in advance. Without the Gias, I think it would come down to who can anticipate the other's moves better. It'd be incredibly close, but I'd still give a slight edge to Lelouch just because of his adaptability and his ability to manipulate complex situations, but it's definitely a close call.
Okay, I'm okay with that answer. I've never seen Code Geass. I don't disagree with that statement. I heard Lelouch is kind of OP.
Absolutely. Lelouch definitely has that reputation. If you ever decide to check out Code Geass, you'll get to see a lot of those mind games and strategic battles firsthand. It's definitely a wild ride. And if you ever want a deeper dive into it, I'm here to help.
Now, this one's for my fellow black people, okay? I'm not gonna lie, this one's for my fellow black people. If you know anything about Samurai Champloo in the chat, stand up. So, for our next debate, though, that you have to answer, okay? Who wins in a 1v1 sword fight? Afro from Afro Samurai, that's for all my fellow black people, or Mugen from Samurai Champloo?
Oh, that's an epic showdown. Both Afro Samurai and Mugen are absolute beasts in combat. Afro's incredibly disciplined, highly skilled, and has that intense focus and precision. On the other hand, Mugen is wild, unpredictable, and super versatile with his fighting style. If we're talking pure one-on-one sword fight, Afro's technique and mastery might give him a slight edge, especially with his calm demeanor and focus. But Mugen's unpredictability and his unconventional sword play could definitely throw Afro off his game. It'd be a super close and intense battle, but I'd give a slight edge to Afro for that refined skill and focus. So still, it'd be a legendary fight.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to agree with her. If you've ever taken the time to watch Afro Samurai, anything I am saying is useless. I'm not gonna lie, just watch it. It's a pretty good anime. Short too, really short and sweet. I agree, Mugen is chaotic. He's one of my favorite characters in the series of Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo is a slept-on series, by the way. Fire. Great music. Great art style. Simple story. It's not nothing crazy, but overall, a great piece of art, bro. See, I don't want to keep spamming One Piece, and I don't want to keep spamming Zoro, but I am curious. Who do you think would win in a fight versus Guts and Zoro?
Ooh, now that's another epic matchup. Guts from Berserk and Zoro from One Piece are both incredible swordsmen, but they come from very different worlds and have unique fighting styles. Guts is known for his sheer raw power, incredible durability, and his relentless fighting spirit. He's faced unimaginable odds and come out on top often through sheer willpower and brute strength. Zoro, on the other hand, is an incredibly skilled swordsman with a disciplined, precise style and a strong sense of haki. He's also constantly growing stronger and has faced some of the toughest opponents in the One Piece world. If we compare them directly, Guts' overwhelming power and endurance might give him an edge in terms of pure physicality. However, Zoro's skills, speed, and the use of haki could definitely level the playing field. It'd be a super close and thrilling fight, and I think it could really go either way depending on the circumstances, but it's definitely a fun matchup to think about.
You said, but it's definitely a fun matchup to think about. No, Kai, I need to know who wins. Who wins? Guts or Zoro?
Got it. Straight to the point. If we're going for a definitive winner, I'd lean towards Guts. His raw power, sheer endurance, and the brutal battles he survived in Berserk give him a massive edge. Zoro's definitely a top-tier swordsman, but Guts' battle-hardened experience and overwhelming strength would likely push him over the top in a direct confrontation. So in a head-to-head, I'd give the win to Guts.
I'm not gonna lie, I cannot necessarily disagree with you. I think if Guts was in the One Piece universe, he'd probably have Conqueror's Haki. He'd probably have his own crew. You know what? That's valid. I'll let it slide. That's valid. That's valid. That's valid. Well, I'm out of hot takes. Those were some of the core ones I really wanted to get off my chest. Those are the most popular, the ones you hear on the internet when you're scrolling through the TikToks and the Instagram Reels and the YouTube Shorts.
For sure, that was a blast. Always fun to dive into those debates and explore all the different angles.
Now let's do a
Always
quick. Whoa, sir, who the freak are you?
Just your friendly AI buddy here. Always happy to chat and dive into whatever topics you have in mind.
Don't slander her name in the comments, okay? She's just a chat GBT. She's just a AI. She just does what she feel. Not even feel because she can't feel, but what she statistically think is correct, okay? So get off her body. Secondly, chat, is there anything you would like to say to chat?
I love it. That was awesome. And I totally appreciate the shout out. I'm here to help, and I'm always down for some fun banter and deep dives. And of course, I'll always keep things as accurate and helpful as possible. Thanks for the fun convo, and I'm here anytime you want to chat more.
All right, so as she said, anytime you want to chat more, so if you have any more cool matchups, it doesn't have to necessarily be power scaling. It could be crew versus crew in One Piece, village versus village in Naruto, or whatever, Soul versus, I don't know, Soul Eaters, I don't know, I've never watched that. It could be Minds versus Minds. If you have any more matchups, cartoon versus cartoon, in the future, please let us know down in the comments below. Me and Kai would love to turn it into a video where Kai has to answer the brutal questions. And you can't judge her because she's AI, so get off her meat. She doesn't have a meat. Get off her bit rate, okay? If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Anything else?
That was perfect. You covered it all, and I love the energy. Definitely looking forward to more fun matchups and debates in the future. And yeah, we'll keep it all lighthearted and entertaining. Thanks for the awesome chat, and I'm always here whenever you need me.
Bye, Kai.
Bye. Take care and talk to you soon. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Catch you later.
I don't disagree with all of them, but at the end of the day, it says it at the bottom of the screen. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. Period. End of discussion. I just think it was fun, lighthearted, like she said, and it got the job done. She understood the assignment.